The FNaF movie doesn't make much sense in several ways. Don't get me wrong, it's a really good movie, but there are details in the plot that don't add up or just aren't explained. So, with my colleague Techno, we're going to go back to the first part to see what things don't make sense in FNaF.
Hello everyone, I'm Techno, my friend's colleague, and before anything else, I have to let you know that this is the second part of a two-part video. You can find the first part on my channel, so if you want, go to my channel to watch the first part first, and then come back to watch this part.
Okay. Part.
The first part.
We'll begin this video with the first point. So many deaths without investigation. In the movie, about 5 or 6 people die, and at no point is it mentioned whether the cases are being investigated. We could assume that Vanessa is covering it up, but there's no confirmation, and with so many cases, I think an investigation should be imminent, at the very least.
In all these cases, it's also true that most of them happened in an abandoned place, like the pizzeria. Literally, 5 out of 6 actually happened in the pizzeria. Which also helps to cover it up, especially considering that Vanessa is covering it up. But still, I mean, no matter how abandoned it is, sooner or later the police would find out. And while it's true that in FNaF there are almost never any police, basically, well, let's just say it's not very normal to find like 5 bodies in one place constantly.
Yeah, plus, according to your theory, Mike's aunt is dead, and that happened in her own house. So there wouldn't be any argument like, dude, it happened in an abandoned place. No.
This same scene also brings up our next point. Why don't the animatronics talk even though they have a voice box? Basically, Golden Freddy only talks when Wannabe is there, when his soul is present. He doesn't use the animatronics voice box. The same thing happens with Freddy, who does it in the multiple murders scene, where basically he creates an illusion to make the girl come closer, and that way, well, he can kill her. But we know they have a voice box. Foxy makes his classic sound. But he doesn't talk, they don't even try, and in the dreams he doesn't say anything either. He doesn't have motivations as such, just revenge.
Also, we know that Foxy is, let's say, the most neglected animatronic there is. There's a reason he hasn't been fully repaired. And for him to have a voice box and the others don't, it doesn't make any sense. So, the animatronics must have a voice box no matter what. Maybe an old one, but a voice box. And this brings us to the main animatronics. They're the main animatronics, but we simply know almost nothing about them. We don't know their motivations, we don't know anything. Mostly, we know everything thanks to Golden Freddy, who seems to be the one who dies. But from there, we don't know anything about the others. Also, speaking of animatronics, we can see how they sometimes let people survive even though it's clear they can kill people instantly. And the thing is, the animatronics, despite this, don't do the same with Mike or with the security guard. Because instead of being killed directly, they are taken to the torture chair. The chair where Freddy's mask is.
That's right, this one. And we can see that they can kill. I mean, we literally see Freddy do the bite of the 2000s. And Chica launched the cupcake like it was a soccer ball. Oh my god. I mean, I don't think it's necessary to say they're lethal. They can literally kill anyone themselves perfectly, but instead they prefer to leave it to the guards for some reason. Specifically to the guards in the box, in the torture chair.
So of course, this also reminds us of the first game, where the animatronics would take people, or the security guards they captured, to an animatronic. And well, from there it was all over because their eyes would pop out, I don't know what else, blood and death and blah. Blah. And it could be a reference to that, but it still doesn't make much sense. If you have your victim, and you can finish them off right then, why not do it?
And one of the most important parts of the decor definitely scared more than one person, Balloon Boy. How did this little guy manage to get into the taxi in the extra scene? Surely more than one person stayed for the extra scene, where we see that the mini Balloon Boy gets into the taxi like it's nothing. I mean, you can even hear a door opening. Does that thing have the soul of Mike's little brother or something? I mean, it doesn't make sense for it to be something like that, honestly. And that's not too crazy. I mean, the cupcake seems to have a soul too. So, I don't know, it doesn't make much sense.
All the animatronics that move should at least have a soul. And that Balloon Boy toy or action figure should have one too.
It's an action figure.
Yeah, it should have one too.
But going from a supporting character to the main villain, why did William take so long?
Well, William's plan apparently is for Mike to be killed by the animatronics, but doesn't he realize that his plan didn't work until night 5? That's way too long, and it's a really strange oversight. Sure, he left part of his work to Vanessa, but come on, 5 days. 5 days. How can you lose track of your victim for 5 days? Obviously, he could find out and learn about the story. Learn more, learn who you are, learn that you killed his brother. It doesn't make sense.
And he knew about his existence literally from day one. My god, he was the one who hired Mike as a guard at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. In theory of course, he should have gone in about 2 nights ago at least, but they didn't even see him. So what happened there? I have no idea.
Of course, because supposedly William is a very intelligent character, and making that kind of mistake isn't normal.
But anyway, speaking of William, this is what shocked me the most when I saw one of the scenes where he appears. How is it that William didn't accidentally trigger the suit's spring locks? I mean, the suit is even older than in the original story. I mean, here we are in the 2000s, and that suit is from 1983. I mean, it's really old. And still, when he literally gave Mike almost an uppercut, I mean, he didn't trigger any of the suit's systems. No, it didn't get damaged. And actually, it wasn't until the cupcake went kamikaze, you know? That's when the Springlock systems finally activated. How did that happen? I don't get it. And honestly, I don't know if I want to know, honestly.
Clearly. And it also doesn't show that there's a weak point in the spring locks. Sure, we could say that William was doing maintenance or something like that. We could theorize. But the fact that the cupcake was able to activate the spring locks so easily is just proof that they're really not safe at all. And those spring locks were already pretty much about to, let's say, deactivate, loosen, whatever. So it doesn't make much sense that when you make sudden movements, they just don't activate.
And that didn't make much sense.
No, it didn't make much sense. But anyway, do you want to say something?
Well, I would like to say thank you for this opportunity to be on the channel. I hope we keep going like this. And well, we'll probably see each other again in another video.
For sure. Because 2 years ago we did...
Cheers to the world.
We made this series, well, quote unquote, it's not really a series. It's more like a theme about video games. A general overview. We're starting again with the movie, and it's amazing how much time has passed. And well, I also want to take the opportunity to give a shout out to Carlos Lopez Omar. He wrote to me about a project, and in the end, no, I'm not in it. But just a quick shout out, and that's it, nothing else. I hope you liked these 2 parts of the video. Check out TechnoGamer's channel for the first part if you haven't seen it. Take care, and I hope Guante 2 is great. Thank you. And then the video starts.
Remember,
we always come back.
It was really good.